Hello folks, I hope that you're having just a great day today and keeping yourself safe in our modern COVID world. Today I'll take a look at the final book in the Harpers Hall trilogy, which is Dragondrums by Anne McCaffrey. This book is the third book of a trilogy of books that's meant for young adult audiences. The initial two books starred a character named Melanie, who was this young, musically gifted woman who was young in this hold. She was born a daughter of fishers. She wanted to be more. She was trained as a musician by the local Harper, and she's also impresses a number of smaller versions of dragons called fire lizards. In the first book, she survives Holdless after she leaves home when she's told that she can't teach or study music or learn anymore. At the end of the first book, she is offered an opportunity at the Harpers Hall to become an apprentice. She does, and the second book follows her journey in the Harpers Hall, the central place for learning on her planet, for all these people of all sorts of music, drums, flutes, singing, and so forth. She brings her harp, and it's kind of a coming-of-age story. It lasts a week. At the end of the week, they realize that she's much more competent than the other apprentices, and she's already reached the journeyman level, so they give her the journeyman, and she's the first journeywoman in the on the planet of Pern. So good job, Melanie, and so forth. And then this book will pick up with another member of the Harpers Hall, and it will be a coming-of-age story of a different member of that story, which is something actually I kind of don't like. I kind of wish that she would stay with. I think following your main character for the first two novels, for the third novel, and following the steps of our first journeywoman, and so forth, I think would have been, a suitable and appropriate final a book for this character, and so forth. But we actually will switch to a new point of view character, and so forth. And that new point of view character is going to be this young upcoming gentleman who's singing the soprano level in the choir, but as he hits puberty, his voice is beginning to crack, and he can't continue to do his same parts and roles. So they start teaching him the drums so he can become a drummer, which is how they signal from place to place to place. He is recruited by the Harper Holdmaster to head it on a secret mission. So he'll be doing a secret mission, and we'll be following that secret mission to the southern continent, which had been relatively unexplored through the previous few books in the series of Pern. Now this is the third and final book of the trilogy, and it's actually the sixth book that was published on the Pern series. The first two books were published in the late 70s, and then late 60s, and then 71. And the third book of the first trilogy was not published until the fifth book. And the first two books of the Harpers Hall series that starred Melanie, which I've already recapped for you, were published books 3 and book 4, published order, and so forth. But then the White Dragon, which finishes the Dragon Riders of Pern, the initial trilogy, is published before Dragondrums. So this is actually the sixth book. They actually skipped the book over from the previous book to now, and so forth. But again, the Southern Continent was lightly talked about and so forth in the previous books, and so this is an opportunity to kind of explore, kind of an unexplored section of the continent and the difficulties that's happening down there on the Southern Continent as we follow our person who's on a secret mission for the Harper Holdmaster. So we're going to be following along this young person who's doing this journey, and so forth. And that's the story for you. I disagree with the direction, but I think it's well written as a story. So I'd still give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's incredibly well written, although I disagree with the direction of the story, as I mentioned before, and so forth. But there you are. There's Dragondrums. Have you read Dragondrums? What did you think? Did you agree or disagree? Did you like the fact that we kind of changed point of view characters or not? So what did you agree or disagree with my take on that? I'm happy to discuss those things with you further in the comments below. I'll also link you to the trilogy so you can check it out over on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, please feel encouraged to hit that subscribe button. There's going to be so many more of these to follow. And finally, hey, if you took some time out of your day and watched my video, I just want to thank you for doing that, because we all have so many things happening in our lives, and our attention is pulled in so many different directions, right? So the fact that you spent this time with me is incredibly humbling, and I really do appreciate that. So thanks again, and have a great day.